So this is a quick video showing off the Suarez V3 slide with the Trijicon RMR. This is the RM07, which is the adjustable LED 6.5. There you go. You can see it kind of 6.5 MOA dot. So I've had the slide for a while now. I just had the opportunity to pick up an RMR. I was selling a Glock slide, and I had almost exactly the amount of cash, the slide and a spare barrel that I needed to buy the RMR, so I figured I might as well. I've had this for not even 24 hours, so this is not a review of this. See if I'm trying to line it up in the viewfinder. You can see the dot. The dot doesn't come in as crisp on the camera, but it definitely is crisp when you're looking at it with your eyes. The one change that I've made to the slide before putting the RMR on was I actually painted the front sight. I don't know if this is in focus. Let me see if I can get it. There. As I painted the front sight with a bit of white nail polish and then a bit of orange marking paint, fluorescent orange marking paint. And what I found was when I was carrying this gun, which is not often, I don't often carry a 17, I was having a lot of trouble with the front sight if I wasn't in like a target environment where I had a nice white backing. If I had a black backing, it was impossible to pick up the front sight. And also, if I wasn't using the flashlight attached. So, it ended up getting painted. The paint's removable. I can always go back to black if I want. But with the RMR, it's nice because once you drive the gun out, you look for that front sight, and then you can find the dot. So if you don't find the dot right away, but you put your front sight on the target, you're close enough. If you're close in and you need more precision, just find the dot, and that's exactly where you're going to go. Like I said, I haven't even had this RMR for 12 hours, for 10. Excuse me. I haven't even had the RMR for 24 hours, so I haven't had the opportunity to take it to the range yet. The dot size looks really good. Something I've noticed actually is I am left eye dominant, but I do not have as good a vision in my left eye. So I sometimes wear corrective lenses. Most of the time I don't. And when I'm holding this and I'm shifted to my left, I know you can't really see it right here, but if I'm shifted to my left, the dot is fuzzy and my target is crisp. If I force it to my right eye, then the dot is more crisp, and I can see everything through this viewfinder as well. But again, that's just a personal thing for me. The 6.5 MOA looks really good out of my right eye. It looks really sharp and crisp. Out of my left, it's kind of fuzzy, and it's approximately double the diameter. So I'm assuming it's the equivalent of like a 12 MOA dot, fuzzy, but it works just fine, at least in dry fire training. And then what I've also done, give me a second. What I've also done is I've taken one of these guys. This is a little laser light trainer. Not inexpensive, but it's a lot of fun. You got a little target, and you take this guy, drop it in your pistol, and let me see if I can show it on there. It'll actually actuate a little laser, and that actually works at distance. It's not always the most accurate, depending on chamber tolerances and all, relative to your sights, but it's consistent in most guns. My USB compact, it's not consistent in there, just because it has such a loose chamber. But in this guy, it's just fine. And I haven't touched the zero and the dot yet. I'm going to wait until I go to the range to move anything. It looks pretty close to the sights again. Let me get my finger out of the way. Man, this is hard through the viewfinder. There we go. It looks pretty close to the sights. But, again, I want to wait until I go to the range and zero the dot independently of the sights. And then, if I use the sights, I use the sights. If I use the dot, I use the dot. But they aren't relative to each other. They're just independent. But anyway, this laser trainer, excuse me, laser trainer is a lot of fun. It doesn't have a rim on the case, so it doesn't extract when you pull your slide back, so you need something, I don't have it with me, like a chopstick to push it out of the barrel. But it's a lot of fun. Anyway, hope you guys found this video interesting. The RMR, again, initial impression is it's super rugged. There's a ton of metal on the frame of this thing, so I'm really looking forward to taking it to the range. I really want to see what it can do out at distance. As far as quickness, I don't notice anything yet, just dry firing, but again, I don't have enough information to really get a good feel for that yet. Look forward to a shooting video in a couple of weeks, and then I've got one more surprise that I may or may not be putting on the channel. Hope you guys get some information out of this, and you get to look at that awesome freaking slide and that RMR on there like it was supposed to be. By the way, I was also going to do an installation video on this, but man, it is so easy. Take off the other cap. Excuse me, I got an alarm set for something else. Take off the other cap. Put the insulating plate, which you can see, it was in the previous video, you can see a little silver strip right there. It's just a really thin piece of sheet metal, excuse me, not a frame. Put your 2 screws in. I haven't Loctited anything yet. I've torqued them down, but I haven't Loctited. I may or may not Loctite. I still need to read the manual a little more in detail, whether they recommend that or not. But yeah, let's see what this thing can do at the range. See you guys in a couple of weeks.